In the next section of the article entitled Tangible Benefits of Living Donor Transplantation, uh, Friedman does a couple of things here. First of all, she continues to establish the problem as far as her claim of policy goes because she talks about how it is not equitable, how the donor is the only one who doesn't get any sort of tangible reward. In fact, that the donor, because they have to take time off work and because they don't get paid for their transportation or any of their extra time off work for the recovery, that they actually can be losing money in order to donate an organ. In order to do something really great, they're paying money for it, and yet all these other people are getting a benefit. So she's showing that there's this great inequity happening, and she's saying that this is another one of the problems that's going on. If you look, she goes through a whole list of people who benefit. She starts with, of course, the most obvious. The recipient of the organ is going to benefit. And then she talks about how the recipient's family will benefit because they don't have to take care of the recipient anymore because the recipient can return to work. And so it's beneficial, obviously, to the recipient's family. And then she says, and this is really good, because remember, her audience is the medical community. She says, not just okay, doctors will be paid for each transplantation, and other hospital staff, such as administrators and transplant coordinators, whose jobs depend on the volume of transplantations, will validate their effectiveness by satisfying job requirements. Transplant programs and their home institutions gain higher case volumes, which improves their reputation and gives them a competitive advantage. So she's basically saying, pointing her finger at her audience and saying, you know what? You all benefit. The transplant doctors, the hospitals that they're affiliated with, and everybody who works with those hospitals or affiliated with those hospitals are benefiting in some way or another from these transplants. So sort of a, shame on you. You benefit and the recipient benefits, but the donor doesn't. Why should you benefit and the donor, the person giving a part of their body away, doesn't benefit in some tangible way? So that's a great use of pathos, giving some guilt out. And on top of that, then again, just like with the picture, it's making her audience want to fix the problem. Say, this is not an equitable situation, and we need to fix this. Of course, she even goes on to say that taxpayers can benefit because the person returns to work. So she's saying all these people benefit except for the donor, and that's a problem. And so it establishes the problem. That's one. And it is also a use of pathos. It appeals to her audience's values of equity, and it also appeals to them in the sense that she's making them feel a little guilty.